Saturday, y'all. What's going on? Welcome back for another week of Fat Vegetarian. This week, I'm in the mood for some pasta, and I actually was inspired by this episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I know I be watching that on repeat like an old lady, but don't judge my life. Anyway, so basil pesto pasta and vegetarian meatballs is what I'm making for y'all today. So let me show y'all these good ingredients. Okay, y'all, so in this, it's a retake. So I have a cup of carrots and it's 2 cups of onions. That's mixed, the white onions and the green onions that I have already here. In addition to about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm adding 3 cups of mushrooms to the mix. And then I have a cup of celery that I'm adding in as well. So I'm just going to blend that together. I'm about to add my minced garlic. So it's going to equal about 1 garlic clove. So I'm putting it in at a half a teaspoon at a time. So it's about 3 teaspoons that I'm mixing in. So I'm just going to blend that all together. And then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to the mix also. I'm going to say probably about 1 teaspoon of salt and pepper as well, just to give it some extra flavor before I throw it in the oven. So I'm going to roast the vegetables at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And that's the end result. I let that cool for about 5 minutes, and then I added a little under a half a cup of parsley flakes. I also added about a 1/4 cup of fresh basil and fresh oregano to the mix. So I'll just pre-cut that, and I'm just going to add it up to my mixture. Once I input that, then I'm going to mix it up really well. Then I'm going to put my mixed vegetables into my food processor. You'll actually see that I have a really small baby food processor, so I can only do so much at a time, but I'll just show you. I had to do it a couple of times in order to get it all mixed in, but as you can see, there it is. And I put it in a little at a time so that I can blend up those vegetables. And later on, you'll see that I'm going to add these mixed vegetables into lentils that I cooked. It's green lentils that I used, and I cooked 2 cups of green lentils. So I have those already cooked and chilling on the side, waiting for me to mix up or process my roasted vegetable blend and add that together. So as you can see, just mixing that up, and those vegetables are still a little hot, even though I did let that chill for about 5 minutes, but that's why it's fogging up my food processor. But just letting it process down, and then I'm just going to check it and let it blend just a little bit more so I can chop that up a little bit more finely. Just a couple more seconds. All right, so I've already put most of it in. So there are my lentils and there are my mixed vegetables that I processed. So now I'm going to be adding my extra virgin olive oil. And I just decided to put a tablespoon of that in. And I have a half a cup of parmesan cheese that I'm adding into this as well to give it some more flavor. That's a half a cup of garlic and herb breadcrumbs. And then I have 3 large eggs that I put into the mix. So let me crack those in. And then I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper as well. I have everything mixed up together now. I want to put some more seasoning in there. I'm all about flavor, y'all. Make sure I get me some salt and pepper in there, and then I'm just going to blend all of this together by hand. Now, as I was mixing this, it was the consistency wasn't where I wanted it to be in terms of where I knew it needed to be for that meatball to really bind. So it was a little more moisture in it that I needed in order to make a good meatball. So I decided to add just another half a cup of breadcrumbs in there, and you'll see that momentarily. But just take a look at how I'm mixing it together, and you'll see. I had to rinse my hands off. I was like, you know what? Let me add some more breadcrumbs to this. So I did my thing in the background. Went back, got me some more breadcrumbs. And then I did another good mix. You can just see that come together. You know, I wanted to dry out a little bit more. Not too much, but wanted to still have some moisture, but just enough so that it can bind, but also still be moist. And so I wanted to make sure I had that all mixed in well. There we go. It's looking good, y'all. So what I did was I switched the bowl out for my pan that I used previously to roast those vegetables. Use the same pan. I put some extra virgin olive oil at the bottom. And I'm going to use my scooper to scoop out some meatballs, good sized meatballs. I'm going to do about 6 of them. A good distance apart so that they don't touch after they're baking. And the oven is still on 400, so when I put that back in the oven, it's going to be on 400 degrees. Now I put it in there, I let it bake on 400. The recipe said 15 minutes, but I gave it about 25 minutes, and then I actually put it on a light broil right at the end. So I wanted to get that brown coloring and just a little crunch on the texture. So there you have it. Put it in, let it bake. And now I can go ahead and work on my pasta. I knew this was only going to take a couple of minutes or so, so I boiled my water. I have edamame noodles. I've been trying to be as healthy as possible, so I wanted to steer clear of the regular noodles just to avoid some of the carbs. So I used a plant-based noodle. I've already boiled my water, and I have salted my water. And I'm just going to put the noodle in there and let it boil for about 5 minutes or so. It really doesn't take too much time. And these noodles are really thin, so I was just stirring it throughout the time period to make sure they didn't stick at all. And once they were done, I rinsed them and I sauteed them in some basil pesto. And here is the finished product, y'all. Now I sauteed that basil pesto and I topped my meatballs with some of that as well. So I am ready to dig in. So enjoy, y'all. Hey family, here's some air hugs, y'all. Welcome back to Five Vegetarian. I'm Latiera, your favorite cousin, and this week I have basil pesto pasta with vegetarian meatballs, and we outside in the quarantine, so you know that's what's up. Also, I have my drink of choice because it's Saturday. I don't work on the weekends. We on lockdown and I ain't got shit else to do. And also I have my water, of course. So I'm just chilling actually in my backyard. So I'm about to dig in. Now, like I said in the intro, I got inspired by this recipe by watching diners, drive-ins, and dives, but it's not exactly how I saw it. And then I found a recipe online that was pretty similar, but I didn't follow that one either. So in the description, I'm going to put exactly what I did to make this, but let me see what this is talking about. Okay, let me give y'all some before I take a bite. Okay. I promise, regardless of however this look, it's good. It's kind of falling apart, but it's definitely good. Okay, y'all. One thing y'all need to know is I'm not a bug person, okay? I typically don't even like eating outside just because all the bugs always seem to think that this is a community meal. And I don't have time for them problems. But I decided, since we've been kind of cooped up in the house, that I'll just come out back and enjoy my meal today. So here I am. So I said I didn't want to talk about the quarantine, but the only thing I want to say is whoever that was that had the ice cream truck rolling through here a minute ago, go sit down. Don't nobody want that quarantine ice cream, okay? Somebody want that. We're not doing that right now. You're supposed to be in the house passing out them quarantine bars. I was like, the ice cream truck? What is that doing outside? Anyway, I saw this little game that everybody been playing on Facebook, like 10 things, 10 most popular, or 10 things that's popular that you can't stand. I was gonna try to do that, but I'm gonna see if I can remember them all, because I wrote it down, but my memory fried. So not in any particular order. One thing from the list, Star Wars. Don't kill me, I know there's some Trekkies out there who love Star Wars. Now I do like sci-fi and all of that stuff, so, but I just don't like Star Wars. Number 2 can be Harry Potter, because I don't like that either. So, but I think it's more so that I never gave it a try, but I just never piqued my interest. Maybe one day. Let's see. 3. And this is in no particular order. I'm not ranking this based on how little I like it or just like it. Coconuts. I like coconut milk. I cook with coconut milk, but It's the texture of actual coconuts. Like, I can never eat a German chocolate cake. Nasty. Let me see. I don't really like to talk on the phone. I talk, but to just all day be on the phone, I'd be like, that's that. So I guess that brings me to 5, which will be group text, because I hate being a part of group messages, group emails, group anything. Like, just send me my own individual message. I don't like all the group messages. 6 is the dang on bull ring, nose ring that people be wearing. What the? Okay, now if that's what you like, it's okay. Everybody got their own fashion taste, but I can't stand. I can't stand it. That's one thing you will never see me with. It's the bull ring. So what's that? 6. What else? Yeezys. Hate them. Everybody just spending all this money on that mess. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know. I actually really had to think hard about what it is. That I don't care for too much. Okay, now what else? I really had some people on the list, but I won't say that because I don't know them personally. But it was more so about what they do, but I won't judge that. So I move on. What number am I on? I'm on 7. I did 7. 8. Woo! Pets. I don't like pets. I know it's a lot of people that's animal lovers, but I can go without a fish. I don't care. So pets would have to be number 8. Peanuts. Even though I like peanut butter, I like Snickers, but let's see, 9. What will be 9? Rum. I do not like rum, but I do like Cavassier. Well, cognac rather. I'll say that. And let's see, one more thing. Rum. What don't? I don't know. I need a 10th one. Okay, think of that. Okay, well, just for lack of anything else to say, I'm just gonna say Lord of the Rings. I never got to that either, so that's my 10. But yeah, definitely try this dish. I'm gonna be putting this recipe up. It's definitely good. And also, I'm going to be using this because if you see from the intro, I actually made a whole bunch of this, but it's only for me. So later on, I'm going to repurpose. I'm going to freeze it, and then I'm going to make me a meatball. So that might be next week, but I'm not sure. But I'm so glad I was able to get out and enjoy some fresh air and chop it up with y'all for another week. So make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please join me again. If you're new, welcome, and if you're already a part of the family, it's good to see you again and chop it up with you again. Love y'all.